Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to install the Epic Squeeze Page plugin onto your WordPress site. If you don't already know what the Epic Squeeze Page plugin is, it is a really cool plugin that allows you to create very nice and high converting squeeze pages quickly and easily. So with that in mind, let's get started. As you can see here, this is a brand new installation of WordPress, so I'm going to be creating a squeeze page from scratch right in front of you to show you how simple it is. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to log into our dashboard. Once we're here, we're going to want to actually install the plugin. So we're going to go to Plugin, Add New, Upload, and we're going to search for the plugin on our computer and click Install Now. Now, I've already installed the plugin, so I'm just going to skip that particular step. Once you have it uploaded and installed, you want to go to Settings, Epic Squeeze, which will now be under your settings, and then you're going to enter the information that you got when you purchased the product. Then Save Changes. Now we're going to actually create the squeeze page. So we want to go to Pages, Add New, and call it whatever you want. So I'm just going to call this one Squeeze Page 1. And down here you're going to see these options, Epic Squeeze Settings, and it's inactive. You're going to want to activate that, and that'll give you access to all the goodies that the Epic Squeeze Page plugin provides. So I'm going to go through each of these tabs and explain what they do one by one. So the first tab we're going to look at is the autoresponder tab, which is the very first one. If you click on this drop down menu right here, it'll give you a list of the autoresponders that you can use to link to your squeeze page. Don't worry if your autoresponder is not here. You can always put in your custom opt-in form on here, on the other tab. For this example, I'm going to use GetResponse, and I'm just going to enter this bogus GetResponse code right there, just as an example. This is where you would normally put in, of course, your own ID of your campaign. The target is where do you want your subscribers to go after they've opted into your list. So for this example, let's just say we're going to make them go to Google. In real life, you'd never send them to Google, you'd send them to your one-time offer or whatever page you'd like. The next tab that we're going to look at is the background tab, which is the second one. Now here, and this is really cool, is it allows you to search for images on Google that you might want to use as your background image for your squeeze page. So for example, we want to give our subscribers the image that, you know, they'll be making millions of dollars sitting on a beach somewhere. So I might type in beach and click search and see what comes up. So here you can see all these nice looking images of different beaches. So I'm just going to pick one, this one. And what it's going to do is it's going to grab that image and automatically size it to your screen. So if I hit publish, and I'm going to show you just what it looks like real quick, and view page, there you go. You can see that it's sized to the screen, and it would actually end up looking quite nice once we have it finished. So that's the background tab. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually write things down on our opt-in form so it actually looks like something. So I'm just going to put in something like learn this free method to make just make up a number, $3,654.50 per day on complete autopilot. And we're just going to style this up a bit. Update. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what this will look like, give you an idea as to what it'll look like when you're done. So that doesn't look so bad. Of course, you can use the visual editor to style it up a little easier. So we want to make this all bold. Maybe change this color to red a bit. There. Update just to see what it looks like. Refresh. Yeah, it's getting there. One thing that I do like is I like putting like really high impact words on their own lines. So let's make a line break there. Refresh. That looks better. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of what it would look like eventually, just to give you guys some context as to what we're doing. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is click on Style Settings. And here you can choose a bunch of different options that'll change the style, the look of your squeeze page. Layout, you want it horizontal or vertical. I like to keep mine horizontal, but it's up to you. Show name field. This is if you want to capture your subscriber's name as well as their email. For this example, well, I'll show you what it looks like. Click yes, update, refresh, and there you see two fields side by side. If this was vertical, then there would be one on top of the other, but it's not. So I don't want the name field in this particular one. Here's a variety of different fonts that you can choose from. It'll give you the preview right there. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Box style. This will tell you, or will let you set whether you want a black text on a white background or a white text on a black background. And it really depends on the background that you're using. So play around with it, play around with the different images on your background to see what would work best. So I'm just going to try white text on a black background to show you guys what it would look like. Okay, refresh. So it looks a little different. And this is all up to your own personal preference as to what you want it to look like. Style. Okay, and here are pre-made buttons that you get to use, and they're all quite good. So I'm just going to say download now or let me in. Of course, you could upload your own button, and you just have to provide the URL of the button, of the image. But for this one, I'm just going to use let me in. Button effect. Now this is this animates your button, and there's a variety of different effects here. I'm going to show you shake because that's the one I like to use. Update, and you can play around with these different options. It's totally up to you. Now the button's going to appear here when I refresh the page, and you can see that the button's a little bit animated when you first reload. I'm going to reload it again just so you can see it again. And that really draws the person to click on the button once they've entered their email. So it's a nice little eye catcher that's included on the Epic Squeeze plugin. The box opacity is just how transparent this box will be. Right now it's at 100% because it's a solid color, but maybe you wanted it to be 60% to have it slightly see-through. You can see that it's slightly see-through now. This is totally up to you. This is your own style preferences. And that's all the cool things that you can do with the style. So play around with it, have some fun, and see what you can come up with. The next tab we're going to look at is geo settings. And this tab is really cool because it allows you to geo-target your traffic, meaning that you can choose who gets to see your squeeze page. I mean, what country gets to see your squeeze page. So for example, you can choose only people from the US are allowed onto your squeeze page. Anyone else who isn't selected will go to whatever you put in your alternate URL. So for an example, I'm going to use google.com, and anyone who isn't in the United States who lands on your squeeze page will get redirected to Google instantly. Right now, I'm sitting in Canada, so if I were to update this, when I refresh this page, it's going to detect that I'm not in the US, and it's going to automatically send me to Google. So I'm going to refresh right now. See, it automatically sends me to Google. Obviously you won't send them to Google, you'd send them to another offer, whether it's a CPC offer targeted to whatever country, or another list where you're building a specific type of traffic. So this can become a really handy feature, especially if you're building geo-targeted lists. The last tab that I want to talk to you guys about is the miscellaneous settings tab. And what we're going to worry about here is the exit pop URL. What this does is, if a user enters your squeeze page, and if they try and close the tab or close the window, they're going to get a pop-up that says, wait, don't go. Do you want to stay on this page or leave the page? If they click on stay on this page, they're going to get redirected to whatever URL you put right here on the exit pop URL. So for an example, I want them to go back to my home page. So I'll put // and update. I'm going to click on view page. Now, I'm going to try and exit this page, and then I get this pop-up. Are you sure you want to leave this page? No, I want to stay on this page. And when I click this, it's going to redirect me to whatever URL was on the exit pop URL. In this case, it's my home page. So this wouldn't obviously be your home page. This would be maybe another offer page or another squeeze page, or wherever you'd like to redirect them. So as you can see here, Epic Squeeze Page plugin is a very powerful plugin. You can create quickly and easily create really nice looking squeeze pages. All this would take less than 5 minutes to set up. It went a bit slower because I'm trying to explain everything along the way, but really in less than 5 minutes you can have a really nice high converting squeeze page done for you. So I hope you found this video informative, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.